Syrian territory for about 1 year on the same areas that the Syrian Air Force is also striking ISIL targets. Yet there hasn't been a single incident of the US-led coalition and Syrian Air Force's activity clashing with one another. Is there any direct or indirect coordination between your government and the US coalition in the fight against ISIL?
You'll be surprised if I say no. I can tell you that my answer will be not realistic to say no while we are fighting the same let's say enemy of this. We are attacking the same target in the same area without any coordination and at the same time without any conflict. And actually this is strange, but this is reality. There's not a single coordination or contact between the Syrian government and the United States government, or between the Syrian army and the American or the US army. And this is because they cannot accept the reality that we are the only power that's fighting ISIS on the ground. For them, maybe if they cooperate with the Syrian army, this is like a recognition of our effectiveness in fighting ISIS. This is part of the willful blindness of the American administration, unfortunately.
So not even indirectly through, for example, the Kurds? Because we know that the US are working with the Kurds, and the Kurds have some contacts with the Syrian government. So not even any indirect coordination?
Not even any third party, including the Iraqis, because before they started the attack, they let us know through the Iraqis. Since then, not a single message or contact through any other party.
Okay, so just a little bit further than that, you lived in the West and you at one time moved in some of those circles with some Western leaders that since the beginning of the crisis have been backing armed groups who are fighting to see you overthrown. How would you feel about one day working again with those very same Western leaders and perhaps shaking hands with them? Would you ever be able to trust them again?
First, it's not a personal relation, it's a relation between states. And when you talk about relation between states, you don't talk about trust, you talk about mechanism. So trust is a very personal thing. You cannot depend on in political relation between, let's say, people. I mean, you're responsible for example, in Syria for 23 millions, and let's say in other country for tens of millions. You cannot put the fate of those tens of millions or maybe hundreds of millions on the trust of single person. Or two persons in two countries. So there must be a mechanism. When you have mechanism, you can talk about trust in different way, not personal way. This is first. Second, the main mission of any politician or any government, any president, prime minister, doesn't matter, is to work for the interest of his people and the interest of his country. If any meeting or any handshaking with anyone in the world will bring benefit to the Syrian people, I have to do it, whether I like it or not. So it's not about me, I accept it or I like it or whatever. It's about what the added value of this step that you're going to take. So yes, we are ready whenever there's interest of the Syrians. I will do it, whatever it is.
بالحديث عن التحالفات في الحرب على الإرهاب وداعش